Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some cool emotes. If you're interested in joining any of our games, we have open slots available on our Friday early and our Friday evening. We need one more player to get the Friday early into an actual session, and I am so excited to start that one. We have a returning member of our community. Some of y'all in the Discord server would recognize the name The Mika. He's coming back finally, and they're going to be joining that game. So we need one more person in, and then we'll be able to fire it off. But that's going to be all my shameless self-promoting. Go ahead, Monkey. Tell us what happened last session.
Certainly. All right. So last time, as we started the evening, I went down to work on the forge, and the group arrived at Reese's, and the butler managed to capture an imp that had been spying on the estate. Now, I believe it was Reese immediately rips the heart out of him, and which is kind of strange. And somebody connects to his mind. I don't know what kind of people I'm with. Bart cuts through all the negotiating, warning him that we can kill him for real. He's appalled by our willingness to do that. Admits he only knew about Reese, not us. Well, when they were trying to decide how to handle the imp, he does say they came with a warning for Reese and is only a messenger. Upon hearing that, Reese dives into his mind and sees the imp's summoning. He sees a dark, grand room with red crystals and a tile floor, many people in black robes, and there was a corrupted infinitus symbol. There was also a man with a graying beard and a dark brown center, and that's the one who gave the message to be sent. He flew out of the north of the central portion of Valona, which is the church district. So now we have a lead on where to find our next enemies, so they say. Somebody gives Reese the heart. Brutal people. Somebody gives Reese the heart, and when he has the information he needs, Cat casts Modify Memory, removing any interaction with the additional group, so that when he's questioned, he can only give information on Reese. And they say us gods are cruel. That night, Cat talks with Gabriel and talks to him about if he feels he's required to be there, because she wants him to only be there if he wants to be, especially since things are only going to get more dangerous. She also gives him enough to make armor for Boris, and heads back. Gabriel heads back with Glenn and Monkey to go to the forge. Glenn wants to make something out of the mantis parts he picked up earlier. And meantime, Bart meets with his familiar, wondering what will be needed to help convert more people to them in the time of crisis. Now, their idea is to bring people back to life by animating them with the ooze. He needs 100 gold pieces of incense, 50 gold pieces of gems, tears of a frightened man who just went somewhere. I've changed the word on that. Per reanimated body. So Bart then heads out to go to the brothel in order to find such people. I love them all. Somebody had been in his head the whole time and just nods as he heads out the door, and Reese takes the time to research with his alchemy kit to try to find the antidote to those already affected. Now, in his research, he finds that there is nothing really that can be done to remove it physically from the body, as to kill it would require killing the body, which would happen faster. It's a deadly, dangerous disease that it could devastate the whole coast or beyond if not countered. And luckily, this motley group I'm with has decided that we want to try to counter it. Now, in the morning, Glenn and I and Reese, who was in disguise, we went out to do good by giving out breakfast sandwiches like we always do. But the food had been confiscated. And Reese does try to help out, and we make a stronger connection. And as we get to these people, we don't have food, but I talk to all of them individually and slip them some money in their hands, because I know what it's like to be out there now. Glenn does notice about 15 individuals that normally would be there for the sandwiches are missing, and many of the people that are there have the blemishes of the moth's breath. And we meet with as we meet with everyone, we see Gray. Gray arrives in town with a small contingent of Pestil priests. Now, Glenn, he's kind of nervous about these folks, so he books it out of there, goes to the estates, and it's it's probably wouldn't be good for him hanging out there. Now, I did reach out and talk to Gray as she's helping people around her, and once we kind of get some things there, we head back now. Glenn had run back to the estate, but the estate was in defensive mode, and tries to get in there, and Bart and Kat travel to meet Shinari so they can ask for help because they needed squash and cilantro and hyssop and dragon glory flower, and Shinari agrees to send it with a note of payment. Yasmin sends food for 1,000 people for 2 days as long as we're willing to place as long as Kat was willing to place an agent in there, to which Kat agreed, unbeknownst to the rest of us. Now, while they're there, they pick up more diamonds and spell scrolls, and Bart asks for help from Lakudra, but she's unable to send mana power at the time. So they gathered the group together and did the little magic teleportation circle, and everyone started rushing in. Meanwhile, the important part of the story, I was still at the forge teaching Glenn about a little bit of forging and some metal work, and Reese went off to do some shopping, and Samdi did the same. And that's kind of where we left off. And even though I'm with a bunch of Hellions that, man, I just bless their hearts.
Alrighty.
I can give you their hearts.
So, for the sake of the DM's sanity, where do you all wish to meet up? How about there's only one of y'all in a fixed location?
Yeah, that there's a pretty good question.
Obviously the tavern, right? Obviously.
I
Yeah.
think just it's still fairly early morning, and we've got the group headed out to the Church of Asmodeus to like get hooked up with everyone else to help feed and heal everyone. Then the next question is what next do we want to do? So
I'm
that would
assuming-
be where we would meet.
Yeah. So we're meeting at the church?
That will work. We can make introductions from
Some
the
will
people from Casino.
someone will have to go fetch Monkey.
Yep,
Gross.
I'm at the forge.
Wait.
Waiting work be done.
Yeah, you can't talk to any of them.
Yep.
I mean, I
Glenn
went
with
with
you?
them, right? Yeah, I think I went with them, right?
Yeah, I had been teaching the forge and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with them. So you could just, I have an earring on, so you could
Mhm.
message me about everything.
Why
Glenn?
you ruin my fun?
Glenn, can you bring Monkey with you to come to the Church of Asmodeus? We are going to start introductions and that sort of thing to see if we can help.
Oh, is it time already? All right. Hey, Monkey. Got the cue. It's time to head to the church. They brought everybody over from Casino.
All right. Man, I'm just. All right, tell them we'll be there. And how long is it gonna take to walk there, Joey?
20 minutes?
20 minutes.
Yeah, both of you are
All right.
fairly fast.
All right. All right. Tell them to hold their horses. We'll be there in about 2 hours. We gotta kill down the fire. Don't want that to spread and all that. So we'll wrap up here and head out.
Back on the earring. Yeah, we'll be there as soon as possible. Might take us a bit to set everything down, but we'll get there as soon as we can. Click.
He says click.
Yeah, I was about to say, Glenn just says click.
Alrighty.
So yeah, and then we'll put everything away. 'Cause, it's a forge. I mean, now it probably still continues to heat up a little bit or whatever, but don't want it to like.
Burn down the building or anything like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, so fast forward 2 hours.
All right, we got here as fast as we could. We are probably on Southern time a little bit.
Hmm. Well, it's good to have you here at last. We have been waiting a little bit.
All right. So, what is the? We're just gonna go in here and what's the plan?
You guys tell me. Just a bunch of crew goobers came through my portal, you know? So
Yeah, sorry about that one.
So the want to make sure that they're in touch with the right people and to do the most good.
All right. Sounds
go
like.
yeah, so I go into the church and I go, where is oh shit, I don't have his name written down. What's the dude's name?
Yeah, you're gonna have to be more specific than the dude.
The dude.
I have like 60 NPCs in this city. You gotta write your shit
Yeah,
down,
I
bro.
know.
Like, which
Alan
one?
wrong.
Rickman.
And I do such a great job with the lore. Like, come on
Yeah.
now.
Lebowski.
Write
His
down
name's
every
his name's
NPC. Yeah.
Yep, his name's Lebowski.
Lebowski, is that his name?
No.
The
Who?
dude.
The Big
Oh.
Lebowski. Okay.
I don't know which dude you are referring
Yeah, which
to.
dude?
Need
In the church,
I need-
there's at least 6.
Yeah, I go in there and ask for the head cleric.
The head
I said,
cleric.
who's ever in charge right now? Right. Since that
Alright.
one guy got killed.
All right, so the head cleric of this church is dead.
That's why I said after the dude died.
Yeah. So who? Actually, this is an important question. Who's in charge now? Oh. Well, right now we have a different cleric coming in to handle our affairs personally. It's actually good you are here. We need to make your introductions to Monica. Wait, no.
Monica.
Monica's a different
Lewinsky?
one. No. God damn it.
Manfred?
Moniker.
No.
Sounds familiar.
Monica is a different NPC. I misread.
Voldemort?
This one is Rossman.
No.
Rossman.
Rossman.
You're led over towards the back of the church, where you see that there is a drow woman who's beginning to have little bits of aging appear around the sides of her eyes. She's adorned in the long, flowing robes of this church, except it has heavy accents of webbing over top of the symbology, never touching the crest itself of Asmodeus, but stretching around and engulfing the entirety of it. And you are?
Listen, we're the ones that dealt with the incursion in the church last time we were here. And also the main reason why the food is shifting to the church right now.
Yes, I've been filled in on these reports. Somdi, Rasan, Glenn, Katerine. Was it Monkey? And
I don't speak for him.
Bartikov. Yeah, I think he just AFK'd, so yeah.
I say I don't speak for him.
Well,
Yes.
He
Oh,
doesn't
yes.
have anything important to say anyway.
you all have given us a good head start in solving this problem. There's one other issue at hand that we need to attend to. From our preliminary investigations, it would appear that the Gravelers district is currently plagued with this disease already. Numerous individuals are showing symptoms, as well as we've been able to identify the existence of some disease inside of them. It's The politics of this city is atrocious.
You're not the only one who thinks that.
The Spauldings have decided that they are going to lock the gates and keep the Grovelers outside.
Yep, that sounds like them.
So, the city is being put onto an immediate lockdown. And because of that, we need to find a way to better assist these people. The individuals that you've recruited thus far have been enough to keep the city fed for at least a few days. But we need a lot more clerics. And unfortunately, many of them seem to be away right now, working on their religious callings and aspiring to greater pantheonship. Getting them back here quickly is going to prove to be a little bit of a task.
Any you guys got any ideas in mind what you want to try to do for the Burden district? I mean Gravel's district?
My suggestion was that we would try to help whoever we can, but you understand that the high-level magics to remove diseases from individuals are expensive. We've already relocated all of this city's current wealth when it comes to diamonds, confiscating and purchasing whatever we can. Does your group happen to have any that we will purchase off of you?
I literally just got some. So as of right now, no.
I picked up a few while we were in casino.
Yes, all of those are being accounted for as well. We need a great deal many more.
And is that where your suggestion lies, is to find more diamonds?
Honestly, I am unsure of your group's capabilities when it comes to handling different tasks. Clearly, you are capable, but I'm not sure which direction we wish to send you.
Why not?
There's 3 tasks. What?
Oh, I'm saying why not talk to Spaulding, or not Spaulding, Sharpton? They literally have a mine.
We already
So
have,
if
and we've gathered everything we could.
Guys work fast for 24 hours.
Surely we have a pretty significant supply of diamonds that we can pry off of those sausage-fingered Spauldings.
That's what the mine was.
No, I mean literally pry off of their fingers.
Oh,
If you can get the rings off.
sure.
I'm going to be having political conversations personally with them, which is why I was sent. The church believes that a little bit of sugar would be better with handling them than... What's
They don't
the
like me.
proper...
I can give you a letter.
I have my connections, but thank you.
Okay.
Well, if you would like some assistance with that, I can help. I can be quite persuasive when given the opportunity.
I was planning on asking you all to take a different direction. Something more your speed. Seeing as you have already slayed somebody who was receiving a great deal of power from this treacherous devil who's going against the words of Asmodeus, we have 3 tasks that we need handled, and we are going to send you all on one of them, but I figured we would give you the option of which one you ask. You can either go on a mission across this land to pick up whatever diamonds you can. We would be giving you special permissions to exempt you from the laws of the cities that we have in order to receive what it is that you need in order to do this. Outside of the city, of course. Or you could try to locate the source of this magic, the individual who is keeping it strengthened within the Hells itself, and attempt to destroy them permanently. Or We have just found out the name and the last known location of a worshipper of Infinitus, who apparently has been exuding exceptional magical capabilities that goes beyond the comprehension of arcanists.
Does he have a brown beard and a gray beard with a brown shit in the middle?
No.
Okay. Anyone matching that description that you know of?
Not that immediately comes to mind.
Okay.
However, this individual, if they have anywhere near as much power as was granted to the last one that you just taken out, they could be devastating to the land in a different way. All three of these are problems that need to be solved swiftly. I'll allow you all to discuss amongst yourselves which of the three you wish to handle directly.
And does she take a moment to walk?
Yeah, she steps away.
Okay.
Actually, no, you're in her office. Fuck off.
Yeah, as she finished up the last three, Monkey just kind of turns around and walks out, goes outside.
Glenn will
Not
raise
making a commotion about it, not just
Mm.
slipping out. If people see him, they see him. If they don't, they don't.
after she's done giving those tasks, Glenn is gonna raise his hand. Just
Yes.
so I'm kind of new to this magic stuff, but instead of diamonds, do we know if there's like any substitutes that we could use instead for like material components to this spell?
There are, but in order to locate them and get them quickly, you would need to move across the lands. Based off of our evaluations and how long it would take you to get there, the majority of the population of the Gravelers district would be dead before you could get there.
Oh, okay. So I have the question there then.
Yes.
Not a bad question. Personally, I believe that the most direct thing that we could do to affect what's going on now would be to find the source of the magic.
I'm inclined to lean that way as well. Not least because I am uniquely equipped to destroy devils permanently. And if we're going to the hells, I do love being hit with fire magic. It's particularly satisfying to watch someone's big trick fail completely.
Well, nope, not going to make that joke.
Too easy.
I
Yep.
believe your one companion just stepped out.
Oh, I saw him.
He is not the most fond of
Paying attention.
that and being around devils and such. It is not his most comfortable place.
Very well.
I look at Cat, saying, you hang out with me.
It's I'm becoming accustomed to it. But that is my vote, is that we make our way to the hells and dispatch with whoever is continuing this magic.
I agree, because of our unique equipment. I also wouldn't mind going to Alona very quick and snuffing out some sources there. But I feel like going for the prime of the problem is the
And then the next step
Yes.
can be those who brought it here.
Exactly. We're always going to be good at dealing with individuals, but I think if we deal with the problem in the hells first, and then if we get it done quick enough, we can go after that Infinitus worshipper.
And out of character, you are 8 days away from the big ball.
Mm-hmm.
I love that that's still just perfectly scheduled as if nothing is going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
politics.
welcome.
Thank you. You think
Well,
they put
to-
that on
to
Friday
cancel
then?
To cancel it would admit that there's a problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
Also,
first thing
it's-
they did when the problem happened, besides like granting some sort of emergency powers to
Some
the church,
delegations.
yeah, was to lock them out. Literally out of sight, out of mind.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good point.
Well,
Can we overthrow this place already?
well, I
I'm
mean,
working as fast as I can.
it's a little bit more complicated. Also, the ball can easily be changed into a morale building ball, even though no one who is being affected firsthand is going to be there.
Spalding strong, you know, it's that
Yeah.
whole thing.
I hate my family.
So
Wow.
if we
Real.
want to do this, we'll part 2, the second task. That means we're gonna go to the Hells.
Yes.
Yes.
And do we think that we can go there and come back within a week to make it to the ball?
Yes.
Yes. In 8 days? Sure. How
You
does time...
You guys ever been to the Hells? Like, have you done this plane of travel before?
This group has not been to the Hells yet.
We have not been to the house, but we have been to the plane of fire.
I've dabbled with a few things from there, but I'm not in no way.
Somebody just looks over towards you, Reese. No shit.
Dabbled. Also, technically, we walked into that one portal, so I guess we've been there. The River Styx.
That
Goat
was
Man.
Bartakov alone.
So Bardakov's done it. Well, we all saw it. We just didn't interact
No.
with it.
Isn't
Yes, we
the
did
River
see it.
Styx like slightly outside of the hell? Like it runs through and then out and then
Mhm.
just
It is the
demons out.
location between the Hell and the Abyss.
Yeah, it's like the freeway.
And if we get completely stuck, I have a ticket to get out of the River Styx.
Oh yeah, that's
That is
You.
true. No, the group.
Side quests.
It's the group. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
So that is the task that you all wish to have.
think so.
That seems to be the consensus.
When will you be prepared to travel through the portal into the Hells?
Will you be providing the portal
Yes, of course.
and or a tuning fork?
No.
Okay.
How about I take it back?
I believe by tomorrow we should be ready.
Very
Well.
well. Let us hope we do not waste too many days and too many lives.
I would just like to go in with a full spell list.
Speaking of spells,
Do, 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 do.
I'm going to. Okay. Have I received confirmation that Mama Vusi's contingent arrived?
No, you have not.
Just wondering about the tuning fork.
Yep.
So, am I correct in assuming that I haven't done the part that could grant me?
One favor?
Yeah.
No, you have not completed the favor yet. You all have gathered up a tremendous amount of force, and you've sustained the city food-wise for at least a few days with what you've been able to gather. But you have to keep in mind, Spalding has a population of over 100,000 people. It takes a lot to get there. So this task, this side quest of sorts, will hopefully be enough assistance that you all will earn your favor.
In fairness, people can go 30 days without food before dying.
Spalding.
So 2 days.
Yeah, but like they can go that long without dying, but how long can they go without long-lasting effects on their bodies from doing that?
Probably like a week or two.
And could you work while you were doing that? No.
Yeah. We need to make a move, but it should be fine.
To be fair, I'm
Yeah.
already pretty sure they make it so that the workers are in a constant state of almost starving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if we're going to be starting in the morning, I have a little errand to run in the Grovel's district anyway. Reese, you said you wanted to head over to Alona. Can you do that before tomorrow?
Well, no. If we're not going there, I'd rather not. And besides, the message. Sure, if I'm gone for a day or two, if anything, that message got to me. And I am out of their way for a day or two.
Okay. So,
Why do you need a little pick me up? Is there something you do?
no, I have something to do. You said and we're not going until the morning so that Kat can have a full use of her spells. I assumed you might have an opportunity to do your.
Are you trying to go to Alona? You're sending me some mixed signals here. Do you want to go to Alona?
No, I don't want to go to Lona.
Okay.
I have something I need to do in the Grovel's district.
Okay. Because I was
I
going to say, I
figured you
could
might use
teleport
the
you.
time
That's
until
a
the
chalk.
morning to go to Alona as well.
Nah, I'm okay with that.
Huh? Okay.
Nah, that's an over there problem. I'm over here.
Excellent. Well, meet back here first thing at the crack of dawn tomorrow, and let's literally go to hell.
One thing I would like to make sure all of you are aware of before you step foot into the hells. Reese, of course, you are more than likely knowledgeable about the way of interactions in that realm. Respect is a very, very key portion to devils. And they are keen to do malicious things to individuals that disrespect them insistently.
Glares at fucking Reese.
I'd be glaring at
I-
the monkey, but he's not here.
I throw my weight around in the city because this is my city. But if you take me anywhere else, I do understand customs and courtesies. Thank you.
I was not concerned about him. I've heard about this group's exploits over across the mountain. Inside of Komortar.
Also, Kat, I'm not entirely certain that you have the right to be talking to people about being respectful.
Anyways.
At least I don't give a random guard a hard time over nothing.
Just because a
Oh.
creature is a lower creature there does not mean that they do not warrant respect when dealing with them and caution. Every single lemur is associated with one of the greater devils. It is the same way of considering if somebody would slap your horse in the face. What would you do to them?
Right, and it's a open disrespect to someone who follows you is disrespect to you.
Correct. Now, the other thing is, we are not exactly sure what entity is keeping the portal open, since you've all chosen this direction. It has to be a very powerful one, possibly a Baelor, or something more powerful than that. Considering you were able to handle a raging angel with assistance from many other individuals, I would warrant a little bit of caution. If you are handling simply a Baelor, you all should be more than capable of extinguishing it quickly. But if it turns out to be Infinitus himself keeping this disease flooding in here, we are unsure of his specific capabilities, magics, resistances. He would be a very formidable foe for any group of adventurers to be able to handle, paladin or not. And his influence seems to be very vast as well. I would warrant caution before you jump into a fight, or find a workaround if it is easier. We do not wish to lose important assets to this wonderful continent. Because of arrogance. Bless you.
Thank you.
Noted. Whilst we do love to go in sword and balls first, we don't mind exercising a little bit of caution every now and again.
So I do have a question for you.
Yes.
If it is Infernitis and a workaround, do you believe that this is something that he would be concentrating on? So disrupting his concentration would be the workaround? I'm just curious if you have any sort of insight into what that might look like.
By the looks of it, this portal is being powered by something grand and powerful. Now, that could be a force of labor, it could be a force of souls, or it could be the power of an individual. But if it is a single individual powering this, that would suggest that the individual is on par with one of the other rulers of the Hells. Which would be very dangerous indeed. Disrupting their concentration would be ideal, of course. But again, she'll look over at you, Reese. It would be the equivalency of saying that you are going to try to fight Belial.
Well.
Do I need to
then
tell
in
you
that
who
case-
Belial is, or you know?
No, I know who it is.
Okay, yeah.
I have a thing.
Good.
Then would you say the best course of action would to just be eliminate the threat right then and there before any communication can be communicated, whether higher or lower in that situation?
If it was a lower creature, absolutely eliminate the threat as quickly and swiftly as possible. But if it is a single creature concentrating on this spell, that should tell you you need to warrant and respect its power. Be careful.
But if we have to respect his power, it's still going to continue to concentrate. Either way, we have to deal with the threat.
There are different ways of handling a threat than simply raising a blade. No.
Asmodeus teaches us don't do a deal unless you have all the cards.
If we do not do something, then we are going to disease this entire land, Reese. We have to take risks, regardless.
Of course.
If we do
I
not,
just fear that
there are
risks might warrant
untold
bigger.
numbers of individuals that will perish.
Okay.
Innocent lives do not deserve punishment. Only those that are corrupted deserve punishment. If you can handle the situation by eliminating the creature, then do so. Otherwise, get creative.
Noted.
Now, if all of you believe that this task is beyond your capabilities, we do have those other two tasks on hand.
I feel that we must try either way. We are best suited to be the ones to take a look at it at least, and if anything, we will know. We'd be able to provide more information on it.
Good. Well, since all of you are going to go, I am going to create a linked contract between my cherub and you all. She raises her hand, and you watch as a green flame erupts, and there is a unnaturally small imp. Usually imps are, the size of your torso, wingspan, all of that. But this imp is seated, perched on top of her palm comfortably. Cherub. These are the individuals you are going to be escorting through hell. Assist them with whatever they need down there when it comes to navigating the hells or knowing the political landscape. All of you can create a link with him. Cherub is not that expensive. And he'll fly over, Just a little vial of your blood. That is all I need.
Will this counteract the contract I have with Hillian right now, since we have a similar imp contract?
No, it wouldn't null and void it. It just means your
Okay.
contract extends to another individual.
Okay.
If you confirm your contract with him, he would be unable to ever betray you when it comes to your dealings down there, as well as you are able to telepathically communicate with him.
And would that also be a link to you then?
He is subservient to me. Anything that he learns, I will also learn.
Cat will be the first person to put her hand out.
He will pull out a vial, take his pinky, and stab very gently into your finger and slowly drip it into a vial. As soon as he has it, he corks it and green fire, and it disappears.
Enter into a contract with an extraplanar entity that holds out his hand.
It happens.
Far too often in my case.
You need all of us or just a handful of us?
I would like the ones that are most likely to survive. I hear the princess has
Oh.
her personal bodyguards.
Several.
Yes. So we'll take that one.
Some
Bart,
more constant ones.
when he goes to prick your finger, no blood comes out.
Do you need some help with that? I'm happy to provide.
I swear this never happens.
That's what they
Right?
all say.
Are you currently contracted with a different planar creature that would interfere with infernal influences?
Potentially, but shouldn't do in this case.
Right. Well, whatever you're contracted with won't let you contract with a devil.
Not entirely surprised.
May I ask what?
You may, but you don't want to know.
Now I do.
Tough.
Damn. So, Bart, you cannot get a contract with an infernal creature, as is.
Cool.
Reese?
I state that the ones that have the highest chance of survival here is probably Cat and Glenn.
It's a fair point. Also, good luck getting blood out of Glenn.
Carol will go over to Glenn. Contract?
Looks around. I don't know if I'm entirely comfortable with this. I mean, if it's like a transaction kind of thing where I'm buying something off you, it's like I've got a payment kind of thing, that's cool. But with my actual blood and stuff, I mean, I did a little thing with Reese already, and kind of gave like a red taste in my mouth. I think I'm good. I think Cat's got
It was gold.
You don't need to justify it. Not a lot of
Hair.
people like to make deals with us. It's fine.
But just try to be polite and all.
Yeah. He'll fly over to Samdi.
Probably gonna get the same thing.
Same.
from it. Yeah.
You see Samti just kind of opens his mouth a bit. No. Yeah. He just says no.
Very well.
I'm not gonna lie to you. With how many devils and demons I consort with, I'm probably in the least one that you want the contract with. I mean, I'll take it, the deal, but just letting you know.
Hey, so long as I have a mental link so I can help out. It's kind of my purpose. And he'll prick your finger, take his vial. Alrighty. Well then, he snaps his finger and you watch as the two vials disappear. He snaps them again, they reappear. And this time they have little tiny silver chains connected to them and hands them back to both of you. Keep that on yourselves at all times. It'll allow you to focus and channel it in order to summon me forth when needed.
Perfect.
Now, this is also only temporary. I've given you both a week.
I'll also be bringing my imp with me for this, just as a guide, since he's also from those planes. Hopefully you guys work well together.
Yeah, so long as he's not one of the fat ones.
Oh, he's the fattest one.
Ah, shit.
It makes good food and good money off of me. So I mean,
Yeah, they're also
if anything, you
lazy.
should blame my butler.
The fat
There's
imps
no
are the lazy ones.
He's not lazy. He's just when I got him, he's very malnourished.
Right. And now is he used to dealing with the burning fires of the infinite lake?
We'll throw him in it and find out.
You're so cruel to your familiars here.
Oh, he's not my familiar. He's contracted. That's it.
And your name personally, she asked you the cherub.
Cherub.
What do we call you?
Oh, it is an imp. Their name is Cherub.
Oh, cherub. Understand.
Yeah. You may call me Cherub. My parents had a sick, twisted sense of humor.
That's a bit funny, truly.
Yeah.
But I look forward to working with you.
Yep. I'm hoping we can get through this alive. Alrighty. And-
Between you and Brodsman, though, before you do go, you've given us plenty of warning about what could be powering the portal itself, and a little bit about respect and such. Is there anything else that we should keep in mind as we go?
Yeah. He'll look over at Bart. Whatever you are personally affiliated with, you don't want to be close to greater devils. They can smell demons. And of course, if you have any like holy symbols to your demon, don't wear it in public.
My cat still like around my shoulders.
Just like slinkying over you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
But don't worry, we're going to be starting off in the field of screams, so should be fine.
Rossman, out of curiosity, you don't know anyone that can transmute an eye into a head, do you?
An eye into a head.
Yes.
What do you mean?
I have an eye from a beholder that I'm pretty adamant about trying to get transmuted into either minds or someone who can survive the process of his head.
You mean condense it into a head. I thought you meant transform it into a head.
No, like stick it into someone's body.
That'd be fucking funny. Just think, that's a head now.
I figured if anyone knows anything about dark magic that can do that, there would be someone of this church.
Now I just wanna see somebody transform somebody's head into a giant eye.
Just a shrunken head and just a giant eye on the shrunken head.
Just head-sized eye.
You're looking for a hag for something like that.
Yes. Do you know if any of them are local? I know that we do consort with different fiends.
Well, not all hags are fiends, but
Debatable.
No, it is not debatable at all. Many of them are fey in nature.
Not the night hags.
And good luck negotiating with Fae.
Well,
They do not play by the rules.
they need very specific wording when you deal with them, and they usually don't like anyone who affiliates with devils. However, you are looking for a hag that is a bit more powerful than a night hag. Possibly a red hag, a mirror hag, or a sand hag might be reasonable. And of course, any hags that are greater and powerful than that. I hear that
Do
there's
we-
one in particular out inside of the desert who has close affiliations with individuals needing favors. So maybe in time you can locate them.
Okay.
Around this time, Samdi, hey look! Your nice little canary comes flying back to you. Sandwiches. All right, Sam D, your nice little canary flies back.
Sorry, yeah, I just
All right.
Sandwiches.
sandwich.
Yeah, I'm aware. I was just not giving him it.
I just hold out my finger to let it perch.
It tilts its head, and a familiar voice enters into your mind. We will be on our way.
Oh? When can I expect you?
In time. And the canary jumps over to your ball.
Ha. And I just one last question before the connection ends. I'm going to the Hells. Do you need anything? Like a grocery list.
Mm-hmm.
I'm popping into the Hells. Do you need anything?
That's... Yikes. There's a recipe down there. Recipe. I would very much like to have it. An individual by the name of Flakiri. You can get that from her.
Lakiri? With an F?
There you go. Yes. Well, I have much more than I need to attend to today. Be back here at dawn, and we'll be able to teleport you where you need to go. In the meantime, I'm going to be gathering up other forces to handle the other two tasks. You all are dismissed.
As I leave, I tell her telepathically. Just remember.
Oh,
future
you don't
references,
penetrate her mind.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, now I know.
Oh, she's aware of you, and yeah.
Yeah.
She's the representative sent out here to cover for the head priest. At minimum, she is his status or higher.
You just get like a mental image, and it's just like a fucking.
Dial-up
It's
sounds.
just a sign. No, it's just a sign that says "fuck off, Reese."
Yeah.
Huh.
The number
the
you
same
have
thing I
dialed
thought
is
off of
temporarily
Sandy.
out of service.
Yeah.
It is currently busy.
What if she meant to mix up devils and demons? Baylor's a demon.
Oh, there's Baylor devils and demons. It's a rank, Baylor.
Okay.
Yeah. There's devils.
I guess we're going to hell.
All right, guys. So you step out to leave her to her business. Monkey, where are you at?
I'm just waiting outside, and I've got my devil sticks, and I'm just kind of flipping them around. I'm probably in like crisscross applesauce position, sitting on cloud. And,
All right. So, Monkey,
makes
as
it a little bit more difficult, but that's why I do it this way.
as you're doing that, given that today is one of the days that the local schools aren't active, you see that there's been a group of children over there watching, laughing, and clapping as you're doing that. In that crowd, you do hear a couple of them coughing.
Help them soon. And I will, as I notice them, I'll float over on cloud and stand up and give a little, do some more devil stick type stuff, do some sleight of hand magics for the kids, and just try to get some smiles out of them.
So, all of you get out there listening to the oohs and ahs of Monkey's performance.
Did somebody say ooze?
Hello, small child. This is a cat.
Oh man.
Yeah. This group.
Right.
So, all of you have to let him know what the hap is.
Monkey.
Just a minute, and I finish my thing, give a bow, and are there any like guards or anything? Town watch looking.
Yeah, patrolling around, but not like adamantly watching your performance. You've gotten a couple that like stop and stare for a minute during it, but they continue on their routes.
I'm gonna try to do a little sleight of hand and give each child a silver piece.
Okay. Roll your sleight of hand check.
I have no idea why the We Are Flintstones kids just popped into my head, but it did.
If you rolls below 10, just assume I luckied it.
That's possible.
Well, you can only lucky a check that you're aware is being made, so only if you would
Yep.
perceive it.
I'm watching. Oh yeah, you're right. I have 24
Yes.
perception.
Yeah, and if he rolls
Yeah.
below a 10, he might beat you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Monkey's
Go.
good at a few things. Oh, yeah,
I'm, ass-
none of you notice.
I'm assuming he's doing this as he's like closing the show, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So as he does that, Glenn will do a minor illusion and just make it say, "The Great Monkey."
Sparklers. Just
It's cute though.
Alrighty. As they're all leaving, all of you with a passive of, I'd say 17 or higher, you hear one of the kids go, "Mommy, Mommy, the floating man gave me money!" And they're all going away.
Good to see you, Glenn. Sorry, it gets a little stuffy in there for me. Is everyone else with Glenn, or is it just Glenn next to me? I can't.
It's everybody here.
All right, sorry, my ego kind of got in the way. It's hard for me to see.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
So, I assume you guys chose the right path, and that's to help these people out as soon as possible.
yes, and the way that we chose to do that is to end the connection from the hells to the portal.
Assume we're going now, then.
In the morning, I will need time to prepare spells and to have my my magic returned to me.
All right. Well, Glenn, let's if you're not busy, let's head back to the forge and work on some stuff. Gabrielle, you're welcome to come too if you want. I assume you're here. I can't. It's hard for me to see you sometimes.
You see him over by the tree, like tearing up.
Then we'll head back to the forge, and while we're at the forge, I'm gonna have a little conversation with Glenn. Yeah, starting to get uncomfortable in certain places or when certain things happen, and I'm getting that we're getting the fire started and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they found me, and I don't have. It's kind of weird. My memories before they found me are just kind of like no one's. I just kind of have this knowledge. It's not like a memory, so to speak. I have more memories being with you guys. I can recall, I can see pictures, and the other's just kind of like a knowing. But
No, I feel you there. I'm on a similar boat, you know? Sometimes I just get strands of memories, you know, because I don't really know much after I woke up. I mean, I know about things, but it's just like flashes, glimpses of stuff. But I get you there.
yeah, and this is what makes me nervous. The more we're talking about deals and these kind of weird things, I just get a strange itch in the back of my head. I don't know. Something put me in that gym somehow. I don't think it was through combat. Could have been immortal, but I kind of doubt that. I don't know if someone tricked me, or I don't know if I made a deal. I don't want to require things of other people. I just want to do good, and I want my people to do good. You understand what I mean?
So that's making a lot of sense why you always walk away from the conversation once it gets into that kind of negotiation phase.
I would just say, be careful what you say and who you say it around. Now, this is just conjecture on my part. I don't know if anything is like that, but it's the only thing that makes sense to me.
No, I hear you. You know, on hindsight, maybe I should follow suit with what you're doing. You know, whenever it gets to that deal kind of making phase, I should just walk out. But on the other side, you know, maybe it's good to hear out what could potentially be. You know, maybe you could spruce up new partnerships and stuff with that.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. And I don't know how to find out any more information, but I do know that I had all my. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know, but hey, can you just pump a little bit harder on those bellows over there?
Yeah. I'm getting right on it.
All right, perfect. And then we keep forging.
Alrighty. So, everyone else, you have 1 day.
Yeah, I'm
One
gonna
day
head over
more.
to the Grovelers district and start.
Oh, you're not allowed outside. Anyone who goes out can't come back in.
Spalding's blocked it off, remember? They're keeping everybody out.
Yeah. Well, you can't get out through the gates or over the
Just
wall.
say, give me a second.
If only there was another way out that you knew of.
Bro, I got all my spell slots. I can do what the fuck I want. I just need to find anywhere that I can see in and out of the wall, and I'll Misty Step.
Survival check. $17. The only locations of the wall that you can see out of it from the inside is at the gates themselves. They've set it up specifically like this so that the rich people don't have to look at the poor. However, you remember that there was a sewage line in the Hook district that you could take out to get outside of the wall if you wanted to venture that way. Or it wasn't in the Hook district. It was through the Fisher Shack's water. Yeah. Stream, whatever you call that. Creek? River? Whatever.
Creek, stream, sewage.
So if you want to go out, it'll take you a while to get out there, but you'd have to go through the sewage system. Luckily, you're already aware of that because you were there once before.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that. Assuming I know that it's not going to take me like all day and night to just get there.
Just to get there would probably take you an hour and a half, and to get back would be an hour and a half. All of this is before noon, so let's add 3 hours and put you at 2. And then whatever activities you're doing.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'll do that, and I will start pushing my agenda. I don't know what's ticked her off either.
Me neither.
And yeah, I'll start pushing my agenda using my flasks of semen tears. And start giving the great unwashed masses some false hope and give them a power grab.
Okay.
Yes, the sham cure. This
So-
thing will cure you of everything.
I need you to roll me a deception check that you're trying to help them.
Well, I'll gain advantage this. Dirty.
Dirty 20. Now, I need you to roll me a intelligence check.
Oh man, I ain't smart.
We know.
That's why we love you. Bless his heart.
7. You start creating your own amalgamations of individuals. And from the tiers you got last night... oh yeah, intimidation. Did I have you roll that? I forget. To see if
I
you could
think
make them
so.
cry? I did? Okay. What'd you get?
Fuck knows. I have like a +9, so
That's a minimum of 10. Trying to scroll back to see... No, you never rolled it.
no.
Roll that intimidation check. Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
12. You got enough tears last night to make one individual. Now, you got an individual who was incredibly sickly. You performed this ritual, which did take over the course of about 30 minutes or so. Your first time. You could probably get it down to 10 minutes. And when you walk out with the person, they look happy and healthy, and people are thinking you are amazing, that you're an incredible cleric and or paladin. They are so overjoyed with you, and they're starting to gather up their sickly to see who else you can fix.
Yeah, I guess I'll keep doing that until the sun goes down. And
Well, you need more tears. You were only able to get enough for one ritual with a intimidation of 12.
lame. That's fine. So I'll say, do not worry. This is merely a taste of what is to come.
Not a good word to mix with secret
Yeah,
tears.
no.
Yeah,
He
He knows what he
just,
did. He knows.
Yeah, my bad.
I call them the smears.
Yeah. I don't like this conversation, guys.
This is just a test run. I needed to make sure that it'll work, but I will be back soon, and I will help to fix as many of you as I can. But remember that the power is yours to take. My familiar will watch over you, and I'll just like brush the cat off my shoulder and just like quickly psychically message it like, keep them interested. If you can do anything to help speed along the conversion, be my guest.
The cat nods. And as the cat's nodding, you see that same person you did the ritual nodding.
Perfect.
Alrighty. Samdi, as you get to a private location, the canary pecks at your tongue, saying that it wants to get out.
Just blah.
It jumps up and perches on top of your beak to look you in the eyes.
Ah, yes. This entire time I've also been a bird. Snow.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm sorry. I'm just giving
Reptiles
you a
are
hard
closer
time.
to birds.
That doesn't mean you can just refer to them interchangeably.
I can. So,
Okay, it doesn't mean you're right.
I say what a devil is. I say
all
what a
rel-
bird is.
They all relate back to velociraptors. Guess what? They had feathers.
Guess what? I am the fattest velociraptor.
Also can't fly. Anywho, it perches on your snout. Someday, we need to have a frank conversation. I am a little concerned about you going to hell. As one of my most devout followers, I would be remiss to lose you.
Nice to know that somebody cares.
You know I've always cared about you, Samdi.
Yeah.
You're a good boy. However, while you are down there, other than the recipe, there's one other thing I need. There is a soul down there who once served me, now is let down there to pay for their actions. The canary gets very close to your eye. That soul betrayed me. I need you to consume it.
Say less.
Now, when you do this, it needs to be done quickly, before people can question it. It knows too much. It remembers me from before.
Chomp.
I am willing to share information.
The name is Varan.
See.
They were a changeling. Back before. They were strong. Very witty. Very sneaky. And very dangerous. If the soul is being tormented, you just need to do something to get it for me, and then consume it. If the soul is freely working, well, just consume it. I don't condone murder, but if it has to happen.
Somebody just like stands there, stares at the canary. Everyone just sees him just looking at it.
And the canary looks back.
Just like his head is slightly like upwards and it's like just looking at it on top of the snout. Just well. Oh. Let's just say I'll bring home a witch.
Good boy, Samdi. And if you do this, I believe you'll be warranting a greater boon from me.
What would that entail?
Well, I'm sure this canary has been more than reasonable for helping you. But I believe a bigger bird could be of assistance.
You know, there's not a lot going inside Santi's head at the moment, but inside of Carl's head, it's just like, ooh,
Big bird.
big bird. Will I get vulture? Finally, a bird that shares my sensibilities.
So, if you can accomplish this out of character, once per long rest for 10 minutes, you can transform your canary into a giant vulture.
Chocobo.
Chocobo.
The baddest chocobo.
With wings. But of course, the vulture is reflavored for a more swampy creature. What's a swampy bird that's big?
I mean, there's vultures in the swamp.
Big swamp birds.
I immediately thought of like Elden Ring, the giant like raven T-Rexes, you know, that peck at you.
For some reason, my brain went to some sort of fucking ostrich thing.
Oh, it would turn into a heron. But a giant heron.
I always thought it was pronounced heron.
But it's heron. But also there's the black vulture. It's in the swamps.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Send it. Love send a
Hashtag
picture.
bird facts.
I mean, it was that or like this purple swamp hen. Because it's purple.
Anything
and
that
it's a
has
swamp
swamp in the name.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the purple swamp hen. Google it. Anyways, after that, people getting their
Oh, it's so cute.
minor interactions done, I think we can go ahead and go on break, everybody. Be right back.
Oh,
Hello, and welcome back, everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic time today. Before we jump back in the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 here a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. If you're interested in joining any of our games, we have open slots available in the Friday evening and Friday early. Friday evening is an epic level campaign, and the Friday early, we need one more player to finally start playing it. So, without further ado, let's get back in there. I believe one of you said there's some things you want to wrap up here today before you leave. Who said that?
I think that was me, but we covered it.
No, somebody else said it while we were on break. I don't actually leave, I still listen.
Oh, I mean, I'm looking at the list of what we still need to do because I think it was posted in the lore of let's see.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I think Glenn said like there are a couple of things that we really should do before we leave.
All right, what things?
I think it's just being general.
Yeah, I know Kat wanted to go after those thieves that were outside the mills of those Lyra followers. We wanted to speak to Jerome about that thieves camp marking, the 3 slashes in the blade. I think that would really give us more insight of what's going on with what this disease is trying to do. And then it's also written down here in the lore about coordinating the Spalding recovery.
Well, you guys have been coordinating it. You're interacting with it right now.
Right. So
And
symbol is a
Wild
mark.
Goose appeared. Everybody gets 1 viewer inspiration from the Wild Goose. You have to be sure to thank the Wild Goose whenever you use it. This can allow you to retroactively re-roll as well. It just doesn't grant you any special benefits of advantages or anything like that outside of it. As well as 1 for the DM. Thank you.
Ah, that's
I mean, thank you, Goose, but also
yeah, thank you.
fuck you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Oh, don't worry. There's a war happening between Tuesday and Sunday. Sunday currently has 9 DM viewer inspirations for the DM, and Tuesday currently has 3 remaining.
What do we do to get this, to get caught up in this?
Work like that.
Hey, you guys aren't caught up. Everybody got it equally. Thank you, Goose. See, they're being fair. That's
it's so sweet.
equality.
Thank you.
The DM deserves not to roll a 5 on initiative every time.
Mm-hmm.
It demanded, however.
So, you're already
Oh,
working
my
on
pain.
coordinating the recovery. What specific tasks do you guys want to interact with? Because I think at most you could probably handle 1 of these today if you're lucky. The track down the people who robbed the Lyra's followers, that's a whole nother, like...
Yeah, that's a thing.
That would have been if you would have taken the, hey, we want to go deal with the cultists. Maybe you would have handled that along the way type deals, you know?
I think let's reach out to Jerome and see if he can help us with the thing.
I think I already found someone that one day that explained that those slashes are markings. They're just a mark.
Yeah, but
Right.
you never told them.
Oh, I thought I did.
No.
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't tell them, I don't know. I thought I did.
No,
Forthcoming.
not
But also, it was just explained as special, but we don't know in what context.
Okay.
true. Do
Like
you
we
have
we don't know who uses it or that sort of thing.
do you have a way to get in contact with Jerome?
Sending spell.
Okay.
Jerome, you can't hide from us.
I have. Jerome, this is Catherine. I'd like to ask for a favor in deciphering these symbols we found on a crate. It could help with the disease. We'll pay.
Okay.
Jerome isn't dead.
He is not dead.
Goody.
Well, If you need my help, you have to post my bail. Promised Edge, North Building. They have me captured for the money I owe. My brother owes.
I thought we paid him.
You paid him a lot, but not enough for all of it.
I
No,
thought
there was
we
enough.
literally did, like, somebody covered the excess.
You guys
I thought-
covered the vast majority of it, and he was supposed to gather the last bit over the next, like, few days before you guys left.
Yeah, which he clearly failed to do.
He failed to do.
No, I thought that I paid the rest. I think I covered the rest of it.
Did you tell me about this? Because I had to make exclusive rolls to see if he could gather up the last 2,000 gold.
I thought I had covered it though. Like I really thought that happened.
You guys
I
covered
may
the
not
vast
have.
majority of it, and you took
Yeah.
your cut from the Coliseum. You guys did most of it, like when he was doing the Coliseum work with you and robbing, like all that shit. You guys gave him the majority of the money, but
Yeah. So
I
I'm remembering
legitimately-
it. I'm remembering it correct. If I'm remembering it correctly, we paid him most of it, but we wanted him to still owe a little bit so that we can hold on to something.
yep.
That's why we didn't pay all of it.
And right now he's in jail because he's still. Well, he was going to
Gotcha.
finish 1,100 gold.
Someone's in jail?
No problem. I will take care of it. And as everyone else goes off to do their thing, she'll go to the Promised Edge and pay his bail.
All right. So, you get your way over towards the.
I'm technically walking with you because I'm heading to my office.
Yeah, you notice Kat is going over towards the jailhouse.
We did the whole bye, walk the same way.
Just
So
like,
like,
no,
my
I
office
don't
is
mean
right here.
associated.
So, as you step in, you see the guard sitting there, rump, very wide chair, leaning back, enjoying themselves. They have this cartoonishly long looking sandwich in their hands that they're currently munching on.
This is my one reference. Is it a hoagie?
It is a hoagie, yes. As someone who lives in this area, it is a fucking hoagie. He stops chewing and
Nice.
places it down. All right, what are you here for?
I'm here to pay the bail for Jerome.
Pay his bail.
Yes.
Which one's Jerome again?
The Tiefling.
Fire Genasi.
Ganassi,
Perf-
yeah.
Jafio Genasis. Pardon.
Yeah. Close enough.
It has been a little while.
Yeah. And he goes over to his ledger and starts flipping through and... Looks like a minimum payment of 500 needs to be had, and then he'll have 1 week to post up the other 600.
I will take care of it all currently.
Very well. And here is his service card. He is now your indentured servant until the point that he has worked off his debt of 1,100 gold. Do you need someone to help run up a contract for you? Keep in mind, in Spalding, indentured servitude is a very legal, consistent system here.
No, I have someone who can do that for me. Thank you.
Recommend that you get it done quickly. He's a wily one. All right.
He is certainly.
Waddles down the hall of jail cells where you see there's like 12 or 13 different people here. Well, sorry. There's 12 different people here. And he stops over at almost towards the very end where you see they put him in one at a time. Goes over and, well, looks like your bail's been posted and your debt has been paid. You might want to thank the nice lady as... Well, you now work for her. Unlocks the cell, and you see Jerome stand up and wanders over towards you. Thanks very much.
Do you have everything of yours?
Nope. Looks over at the guard. Yeah, let me go get your bag. And he goes over, gets the bag, and picks up a long belt that has 3 darts, like, placed smoothly along the belt itself, and then 2 daggers strapped into it, and then a holster for a hand crossbow. Then he takes this little sack, throws it over his shoulder. All right, that's everything. Sorry about that. I got caught.
Nothing to be sorry for.
Yeah. I stepped into a hole that apparently a fucking... What the hell's this golf game people are playing? Like, you really need that much damn land just to hit a ball and play fetch with yourself? Fucking idiots.
Not to mention the agricultural work and just I'm not a fan myself.
Yeah. So he starts limping out there with you. All right, so what's our contract entail? What am I doing for it?
As she walks out, she's just going to do the start of Firebolt and burn it. You can thank Lyra for that.
Yeah.
Working with her has changed my idea of things.
Thanks.
Thanks. He just walks away.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing is that if you wouldn't mind, as a friend, taking a look at something that we had found to see if you can give us information on it.
Are you trying to give me a cursed artifact that's going to turn me blue or some shit?
No, it's some sort of symbol that we've determined means special. It's on some sort of barrels, but none of us know the particular code.
No, it's can't, right?
I would assume so.
Do you have a private place we can look at it? Don't
We
really
do.
want to pop out illicit shit in the middle of the streets nowadays.
Right, you just got out of jail.
Yeah.
Yes, walk with me this way.
Alrighty. You walk with him
Mhm.
for a short period of time, and you notice as you're traveling with him that about every couple of minutes or so, he's suppressing a cough that he has.
Great.
This is why I got those 3 diamonds.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh
Okay.
no, the NPCs I care about.
Damn it.
Oh no. Yes,
Um,
that's one of those NPCs.
There's a message as we're walking in Bardakov's earring. When you return to the estate, be sure to have some sort of lay on hands.
Oh.
Still.
I need both of you to roll me d20s. Just to see at what time does she contact you, Bart. Are you mid-incantation? So, the time that you contact him and you bing into his mind, the immediate thing that's happening is him going over the ingredients he has, setting them up, and oh shit, yep. So, it's happy man tears, or
Right,
however he phrases it.
Gold, I've got the incense, I've got the vial of cum tears. Why I needed that, I don't know.
And then Katarine pops in.
Hello? How much of that did you hear?
Not something about cum tears, but I figured that was you crying either about Lakutra or what Lakutra did to you. So,
Sure, let's go with that. What can I do for you?
I am having Jerome decode the things on the barrels for us. However, he does have a cough. If you could stop by the estate and use some lay on hands on him, that would be interesting.
Good thing. I've got a full tank, so I'll do it when I get back. I won't be too much longer.
All right, perfect.
You still need about 2 hours to get back, Bart.
Yeah.
All right. So, As you get over to Reese's estate, Kat, or are you going to
Yes.
his office?
Would Reese have been going to his estate or to his office?
I was heading to my estate my office very quick. Because I didn't talk to Helion.
Alright.
Then it would probably be the estate then.
All right. As you go up to the door and you try the handle, it is currently locked.
You would. I like to think that you're smart enough to remember everything. I need a key to get in.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean the key and then also the.
Who is it?
Catherine with a guest.
Are they sick?
Yes, but Bartakov is on the way.
Okay. We'll wait until he gets here.
That's fair.
Would you all like some biscuits and tea?
Yes.
The window to your far right opens, and on the windowsill, he pushes out a tray. He's an old man. He doesn't want to get sick.
Yeah.
Better than my thought of the doggy door, like opening and it slides out.
Is it the special tray?
No, it is not. No. He will use that when you tell him to. It's a nice chamomile. It should help you with your cough. Thank you. Shuts the window immediately.
Get back, demon.
Don't get that old man sick. You will fall over and die.
He is
Assuming
one
you-
thread away from death. Just
I assume you just cough on him and he explodes.
He has one cough in him, and then he has a heart attack.
damn old people. Anyways, you wait a couple of hours. By this point, Bart shows up.
Why are you just waiting outside?
Because Jerome has a cough and the butler will not let us in with it.
That's old man. Come here, Jerome. And Bart will just like place his hand on his forehead. The power of Christ compels you. No, I'm kidding.
Who the
The
hell is
power
Christ?
of ooze.
Yeah.
The power of
I
Ivan
have to double
compels
check to
you.
make sure I don't use the ooze sphincter in it.
Yeah.
I just heard. I was laughing and then I hear sphincter. I'm like, what?
I said I have to
But-
double check to make sure I don't use the hand with the ooze sphincter in it.
True. By the way, everybody, if you have not seen the new Power Ranger movie on Netflix, it's hilariously exactly how Power Rangers was in the 90s.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. It is like perfect writing for it. It's so bad, it's great. Anyways.
I have a question for you, Joey.
Yeah.
So that's Soul Coin.
Yeah. The one
Um,
you have.
yeah, the one I'm currently holding on to for Glenn.
Yeah.
That I hope Glenn forgot about. In character, not out of character. I've been reminding him.
Rasan knows.
And Razan does not have access to my inventory. I am keeping that in the one place it is secure.
Your mouth.
Yes.
Try to steal from this, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. No.
In his prison pocket.
I
No, the gator
don't
pocket.
want. Yeah, the gator
It's a
pocket.
big
I
one.
prefer that.
Listen, Gator Pocket, there's
No.
I don't want to know. I
It's
don't
his
wanna know. I'm
mouth.
going to keep my understanding of it.
So what's your question about it?
It's not like. So I asked Glenn this, but it's not tied to the ferryman thing. It's just a soul coin of one of the fake adventures, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just a soul coin. Can be used how a soul coin can be used, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, just gonna keep that in mind.
Good call. You guys have been given the proper equipment to handle this.
Yeah, I know. It's just like,
Wait, sorry, I'm a DM. You guys have earned the proper equipment to handle this.
yes, I don't care either.
Anyways,
I know I'm an idiot.
as
but-
you heal Jerome, you watch as a moth flies out of his mouth and flutters away.
Can I sacred flame the moth?
Yep. And then
Just
the
makes me
ash
feel better about it.
spreads around this area.
Ah,
You can't magically destroy it, you knew that.
that's right.
I mean, now it's just corrupted the manor instead of.
Hey,
another
no! I can't get the
Good thing you're
groceries!
pretty, 'cause you're a dumb wizard.
place.
An uninsightful wizard.
Yeah, my wisdom's real low. Okay.
Wisdom go low.
Yours or Cat's?
I feel like they share it.
I mean, you said magical fire. Sacred flame really magical
Yeah.
fire?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's divine as well, both of which were explicitly stated. And I,
Yeah, you need a torch. I know, doing things the manual way.
I'm gonna have to burn my daughter's garden, ain't I?
oh no, it's like I feel like Kat would have remembered, but Jessica's dumb.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyway,
It's fine.
Cat's a wizard. There's no way that Cat would think to use an actual manual torch for anything.
there's always the cigarette ash.
Cat hasn't picked up her own wine glass since she learnt, like, Mage Hand.
She actually doesn't know Mage yet.
It's called Alcoholic's Hand. It only picks up alcohol.
It's busy. Anywho. What is it you wanted me to look at again?
Who has the piece?
Glenn has it. The etching.
Okay, and then I would have messaged Glenn as well. In the meantime.
Alright. Glenn, would you have shown up sometime within the past 2 hours? Even just to drop it off and keep going?
I think so. I think he would have left it there before he would. I think he would have left it with Cat Ash, honestly.
Fair
after
enough.
Discovering it.
So, by a monk drive by, just dart.
Yep.
Yeah. There and gone.
It's this.
Oh, hey, Jerome. And then.
It's this. We found it on barrels in the windmill in the Burden district, the one connected to the plague.
Wait, there's a plague? Is that why that moth flew out of... Was I dying?
You are.
Very much so.
Fuck. Alright. I didn't know there was a plague.
Something just shows up out of a pond. Just
So my suggestion to you would be to get out of town quickly, quietly, without seeing anyone else. The Spaldings have shut off access in to the city, but if you don't have any sort of business to attend to, get out.
Alright. Yeah, I think I'll head out soon. But yeah, let me look at that thing.
And she'll pull out the piece from the barrel.
This is unique to say the least. think I recognize the symbol itself. Huh.
What does it mean to you?
The Tri-Spire.
The Tri-Spire. What is that?
Are we talking try as in 3 or try as in try?
Try as in 3. They're a group that came together and have 3 different leaders within their midst to handle a lot of the, well, more devious activities that would happen around town. One of them was a professor at one point of the Mage College in Alona. Another one was, well, used to be Valen, but they had to get rid of him for his aggressive behavior. And then the third one was, well, someone who ran all of the shipping of illicit goods in and out of the cities. I thought they stopped a while ago. And they always dealt with illicit goods, not mass murder.
Did any of them have any ties to Asmodeus? Or devils?
I've only worked with them a couple of times, on my brother's behalf. Gonna be real with you, none of them seem to have any religious affiliations.
Do you think that they could have been duped, or not knowing exactly what they were doing?
I mean, it's definitely possible. Or it's just one section of the Tri-Spire that, is getting out of hand. I have someone who owes me a favor who's, associated with them. I can ask some questions around it if you want.
That would be helpful. The more that we can know about these circumstances around the plague, it could help us end it.
Right. Well, I'll go talk to my buddy Mads and see what I can't learn about this, alright?
That sounds like a plan.
And I'll write down whatever I know, leave it here, and then I'm splitting out of town, okay?
That would be the safest thing to do.
Good.
As before he leaves, Sound is going to contact Glenn. He's going to say, "Did you ever make that ointment to prevent contraction, or a bomb?"
No, I don't think I got the ingredients from if Kat came back with the ingredients from casino, so
She came back with some of them, but you're still waiting on the hyssop.
can't make it quite yet, unfortunately.
Somebody's just gonna look at Jerome leaving, just think, yeah, I don't think he's going to handle himself too well out there, considering how contagious this is. He just says openly to Katarine. Think about it, he caught it in a prison.
I've had it before prison.
And if he did, he might have infected people along the way here. Speaking of, and he just kind of takes out one of his torches, just sticks it into the ground where the moth dust went, just lights it.
All right.
I prefer the place I slept didn't have this around. Just like crushes a flower along the way, just.
Mm.
Right. Well, he heads out. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yep. He looks over. He's so dead.
I did what I could.
Mm-hmm. You do you. So, try Spire.
It's interesting.
I'm inclined to make other 3 jokes, but I don't have the mental energy for it.
Well, at least we have an idea, right? Even if we don't get even if he can't give us too much more information, we at least have somewhere to start.
Sorry, he said something. I had to check on something.
Just saying that we have somewhere to start, even if he can't get us any more information.
Never said I wasn't thankful.
Yeah.
Anyway. You had to bail him out? How did that happen? How'd he get caught?
Got stuck in a hole in the golf course.
He rolled really poorly.
Insert joke about my cousin usually patrols a golf course. Another Happy Gilmore.
Well, at least that is done. We best to prepare for our little trip tomorrow.
Would have preferred I had a tuning fork to some plane, just in case we need to fuck right off.
What? You mean the 9 Hells wasn't on your list of one-way ticket holiday destinations?
Sorry, when you said that, I thought about something I saw. I'll be back. No. I mean, I think you would appreciate a get-out-of-jail-free card. I mean, you have one, but you have to make it to the sticks.
I take it that the various methods of teleportation we have only work within the same plane of existence? Reese, now is not the time to be looking coy. This is quite important.
I'm not there.
Ah, fuck you, bastard.
Reese, I know you are looking coy.
Achoo! Someone talking about me?
Be walking over his grave, more like.
I went to work.
well,
Yo, I have a day job.
we'll be okay.
Hey, don't rub it in her face, the fact that we're hobos. Like, literally, I don't think any one of us has an actual property to our name.
That's
I don't
like
know about
the
Monkey, though. He
reason
might
we
already have a church.
He has a church in development.
Actually, it's probably been built by now because it was only going to take like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's on its way.
Yep.
When you said that, I imagined it being delivered. It's just on its way. Wait, what? And I remembered it. You're talking about the eventual completed. There's not.
But we'll be fine. We've got our way back through that imp, I think.
Do you still have the?
Not that one, the one with the contract for the drow lady.
Yeah, no, I am asking, is he with us or is he with the drow lady?
I think he stayed with her, but we have the bottles for Cat and
Oh,
Reese.
the imp is following one of the two of you. We'll say Reese, because familiarity. All right. Speaking of Reese, you stop by your office.
no. Yeah.
As you open the door and step inside, you look over at your desk and you see that there is a small stack of papers waiting for you.
I was literally in this office yesterday. I asked Hillian, who came through the office?
Everyone.
Hillian's. My lord.
Right. Yeah, a lot of people heard about the sickness and they came through hoping to make a deal with you about, resurrecting them if they were to die and come back. All that shit.
I mean, they know the stipulation. They have to provide the diamond, right?
That's what I said. And then they said they wished to speak to my manager. Or, sorry, about 40% of them said that. And I said, I am the manager. So,
Interesting.
yeah. So I still, that's all the notes of everybody in case you wanted to make any special exceptions for any of them.
Did anyone
started-
important come through?
No more than what you already have access to, so I didn't
Okay.
bother giving anyone a special treatment,
Mm-hmm. I pull out I go to my little Rolex of people that are important, and I go, what's his name? What was his actual name? Okay, cool. So I it's gonna be 3 different messages because I have to send 75 words to this dude. So I'm gonna send a message to Tree. Oh, Tree, time to make good on your deal. I need you to find out who this annoying Asmodeus message is. He has a gray beard with a brown streak in it, and he's somewhere in Alona. If you are capable of killing him, kill him. If not, find out where he lives and who he associates with. Close ones, loved ones, his day-to-day activities. Don't put yourself in harm's way. So it comes out to 75 words. I have the word counter in front of me.
Doot. Send.
Send.
Oh, wait, stop.
So I put break in there.
Are
Three
you
times.
done? Fine. I suppose so. I'm not murdering anyone. Not in my skill sets. I'll find your information. Second reply. The description sounds fairly generic. I'll start with individuals of importance. I believe I should be able to get to Alona in a few weeks. Or in a few days. Yeah. Third message. They sound familiar. I'll speak to somebody in the fold who I'm still friends with. Done.
Yeah. I did mention it was an Asmodeus member. I can send you the message later on. If you
Yes,
get-
please
look at
do. But
it. After I quickly fiddle through the papers and see if there's any names of important and then
investigation.
Oh shit. I didn't have my sheet open. Oh,
There's
there it is.
Terrence, there's Clarence, there's Cletus, there's Wheatus.
There's a lot of Steves. I'm gonna use one of these that view advantage. Does that go away at the end of this game? Or
No,
does that
they
stay?
carry over until you use it. But when you use it, you have to thank the goose.
Okay.
And
I
it's
won't
not
use it.
advantage, it's a reroll.
It's a reroll. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So
do a
you roll shitty,
normal-
you go shit, and then reroll it.
Okay.
Thank you,
That's how that
goose.
works. Thank you, Goose.
I'm
15.
sorry, just the phrase "thank the goose."
Yeah, I know, right? In our universe.
Right.
Love you, Gander.
15.
Yeah, I just fiddled through it.
One name out of all of them is an up-and-coming merchant who works out of the Fisher Shacks. He handles a lot of the trade of more exotic fish that happen and occur within this nice little pool of water. And he's been growing in status. You've had your eye out for him. His name is Luis Silverspoon.
Louis Silverspoon. Got it.
Louis Silverspoon, sorry.
Okay. I'll
Dwarven
make a
man.
note of that. I'll make a note of that right now. And then again, I'm gonna be really, really quick. Once I tell Hillian, hey, as a heads up, we are going to Nine Hells or in the Hells. Hillian, you are a normal guide. You have been there. I could use your help.
I don't have to go back to my family, do I?
No, never.
We don't have to stop by?
No,
We don't have to mention that I'm going back?
correct.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, no problem.
We run into your family. We'll just casually do one of these when we pass them.
I'll turn invisible.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. It's been a while since I've been back to the Hells. I'm sure I'll fit right in. And as he's, leaning back in your chair, he, leans too far and stumbles backwards. And then you hear a sigh from right behind you.
Yeah, we also are working with another imp.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I had to make a deal with the Asmodeus Church, with Rosman, and now this guy's following me or Cat.
It's just something really funny about the guy with all the deals who can't remember people's names.
I have them written down.
And also,
it's just, I didn't have
Rosman was
that
a
guy
woman,
written down.
drow woman.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they're just names on a paper.
Male elf, female elf. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I love this interaction. It's like, well, dudes, gender neutral. Oh, so you fuck dudes.
Hey,
I mean,
when in Rome. Yeah. So
who
we
the
have to
hell
work
is
with
it?
them.
Hi, cherub. You got that sassy little prick?
What we were given.
Fine. And don't worry.
And then,
If we come across your family, I'm sure they won't notice you. And he looks all around your round imp.
just turn into a bat. You'll be fine. Or a rat.
Stupid
you know.
shit.
And then after I check the things and I secure the shop and I put the close due to quarantine, right, board on the thing, I will quickly check the shopping district for 4 things very quick, right? I'm looking for, whether I find them or not, it's a different story. An immovable rod, dimensional shackles, and a bag of colding.
Yeah, you've already exhausted your resources on trying to find magic items in the city. There's nothing more.
That was the day before.
Yes,
Okay.
they don't restock every day with new magical
Oh.
shit.
I just thought I
It takes
sucked.
time.
Yeah,
I just thought I sucked. Okay,
you
in
did
that
suck, but
case-
that's what they have, that's RNG.
Okay.
A bag of colding, yeah, you already looked for that one yesterday, so you're aware.
Okay.
You can't really find one yet. Alrighty.
That's it.
I would like to take an hour and resummon Misha as a bat. I just do not have a handout for a bat.
All right, I'll get you a bat. Cat with a bat.
Actually, on that note, can I get some? Am I able to find at least 10 gold pieces worth of charcoal, incense, and herbs?
That's easily accomplished in the city, yeah. There you go. You now have a bat.
And can I can I get a handout for an owl?
Sure.
Aww.
Who?
His name is Hooligan.
Nice.
Not everyone with the familiars.
Add know this that I will end you.
All right. Now you have an owl, right? Nope. I gave that to Reese. Wrong person. Glenn. There you go.
Thank you.
Now you have an owl. Alrighty. Anybody else need any special familiars?
I guess technically I need a spider.
By the way, Monkey,
Technically.
you can finish another one today.
Oh, go.
Reese, you're sharing the same sheet with Kat, so.
Sure.
Alrighty then. Well, at the end of the day, Monkey, would you mind rolling me a percentile die?
Certainly.
Oh, God.
You want that whispered, or
No.
you want everyone to cringe when they see it?
Everyone can cringe. You know what you need. High numbers are good things, low numbers are bad things. 69 is an auto success for me.
Nah, nah, nah.
Oh, shit.
Na 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 na. Great song, by the way.
Yep.
What was that? My Chemical Romance? Na 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 na. Yeah, yeah. Anyways, despite the emo kid in me, Monkey, you sit there, hammering away at your forge. In between the strikes of metal with the hammer you are wielding, you start to feel something swelling inside of you. Something distinct, strong. During one of the strikes downwards, everything turns white for you for a brief moment. And you get some type of vision in your eyes. And for you, this is a very strange thing to happen. You don't really get premonitions or visions or anything like that. What seems to be happening is there's a darkened room with some grayed out faces of individuals in here. There's arguments happening, and by the time you pull the hammer back, the vision subsides. And then when you strike down another time, it comes back and you see this room from your perspective. 4 individuals running and charging after you, pushing and trying to grab some type of large spear from your hand and draw it out from you. Then you pull back the hammer and you come back to. You strike down a third time, heavily, cracking into the metal that you were working with, and then you see that that spear transforms into a long sword as you swing it around with the flat of the blade instead of the blade itself to smash into these individuals. And then you pull the hammer back. You look around the room, and you can swear that you hear these tiny whispers around the edges of the room itself. Can't make out exactly what they're saying, just whispers.
I'm going to reach over and take a drink of water and attempt to listen a little harder, even though I know I'm not hearing anything while I take that drink. Set it down. I'll lift up my hat, wipe my brow, and you'll see in my hair there's well, anyone that's there would see that I have a feather in my hair, and I put my hat back on. And I'm going to hit the metal one more time, go back to work.
Alrighty. You go back to your work. Later in the evening, when you are finally done, the inn that you and Glenn were staying at, by the time you get over there, is currently closed down. They're not letting anybody in or out. It's apparently been taken over by many of the clerics as a zone to tend to people who don't have the diamonds to get instantly healed and need some caring for immediately.
Well, in that case, at least I do have a place to put a roof over my head, and I'll head back to the forge and spend the night there. And when I get back in there, I'm just going to kind of look around, see if there was anything I missed before, or cock my head and listen, see if there's any sounds I might be wary of.
All right, roll me a perception check.
Bum, 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 bum. I'm going to use my game advantage. It's a 10. It's just, I'm hearing stuff. It's probably that conversation I had with Glenn earlier. I put some strange thoughts in my head.
You still hear the whispers. But every time you look over towards the corners, they silence. And every time you look away from any corner, you hear the whispers continue to move in.
Well, at least it's not laughter. I'm glad you got that, Glenn. I guess I'll set up here for the night, and I'm going to not only lock the door, but I'll put something, and I'm going to slide one of the benches in front of the door so that I can't be ambushed tonight, hopefully.
All right.
Did I notice, other than the white light and the semi-visions and hearing, no, that's it. That's it. Never mind.
You would have noticed the amount of people in that room around the table. 7.
Okay.
In the vision?
In the vision. Including yourself, 7.
7, yeah. Any, to the size of them, are they all about the same size? Or
Smaller
is there
than
one
you?
that's... Yeah, okay.
All of them were smaller than you except one at the... One who was seated, so you don't know how big they were. The best you could assume would be a feminine silhouette of the individual.
All right. Do I feel, other than, I mean, I know there was heat coming off the forge, but do I feel hot or warm, or just kind of regular with a little bit of chills just for the situation?
Insight.
Bum, bum, bum. $19.
In those flashes, you felt angry and betrayed. Outside, here, a little warm, but the forge. Little sweaty, but the forge. You don't feel angry or betrayed, though, out here. It's just in those flashes, whatever that was.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'll make myself a comfy little place to sleep. I'm assuming it's night or nighttime, or what? Because
It's
I went back.
nighttime,
Yeah, for the whole hotel thing. All right, I'm gonna go to sleep, and I'll have my hand around my pursuer's hand.
So, Glenn, where are you going to go to sleep since your hotel is not admitting anybody right now?
So I was thinking that since he would have to go around to grab those materials for the incense and stuff, and then coming back to see that he can't go to the hotel. I mean, then he'll go back to the forge, and then find out it's locked or whatnot. Just give it a knock.
Who is it?
Glenn, Monkey, are you still in there?
Yeah, give me a minute.
See, you got the same idea of setting up a spot over here.
Yeah, I went back to our spot, and they seem to be shut down helping people, which is good that they're trying to help. I kind of worry about the citizens here, but come on in. Let's. I think we'll be safe in here.
How's Monkey looking? He's looking all right. Looking shaken up at all? Just fine.
How would you describe how Monkey looks right now?
He probably looks normal. He probably looks fine. The only difference is as you guys are sitting down, he moves the bench back in front of the door, and that's probably not something he's done before. It might appear that he's taken a little bit of extra precaution for the evening than usual.
I see. You're also worried about me getting found out by those pastel worshippers. No worries. I'll set up a little extra stuff, and you'll start doing ritual casting of an alarm around it. So,
cool.
Get our bases covered.
Yeah, I do hope that someday they understand what a good guy you are. Gray's good folk, but she needs to learn to chill a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do my best to try to not talk to them too much. But morning comes around, we'll meet up with everybody and get ready for this trip we're taking.
Sounds good.
Have you ever been to the Hells?
Not that I can rightly recall. I've got some yarns about it, but I don't think they're mine.
Hoping that maybe, I mean, I don't know what kind of thing that really means if I get glimpses of memories of the Hells down there, but we'll see, right?
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think you will. Maybe you could. I don't know, but we just gotta mind our P's and Q's and be friendly like, but not to just watch our words.
I hear ya.
Thanks for all your help, Glenn. I really do appreciate you.
Oh, of course, man. Gotta get you back up there.
There's good stuff ahead for you. There's real good stuff in the future. And then we'll go to sleep unless Glenn had anything else to say.
No.
Well, you're not going to sleep yet.
Well, attempt to put my hat down and.
Then we'll go stand in a corner.
All right.
Just lean against the wall.
Who's making
Monkey's
that noise?
heart. I am his monkey's heart beat.
So, Monkey, as you lower your hat and attempt to go to sleep, you hear the whispers sound like they're getting closer, closer.
I move my finger just a little bit on my hand crossbow.
And then you almost feels like a chilled breath against your chin.
I will take my hat off, turn it a little bit, and look in the mirror and see if I can see anything in front of me, but like through the reflected in the mirror.
Through the mirror, you see nothing. But when you pass your eyes over, you see a face, an individual. A very, very old-looking woman who seems to be looking directly at you.
Ma'am, how can I help? I say out loud.
What
I
is
see
your-
anything?
You peek and you see Monkey sitting there looking directly down from himself with the hat off, and it's awkward.
Maybe he's doing his god things. Take a step back.
What is your name?
I'm known as Monkey. And yourself? What do they call you?
Monkey. Like the animal.
Well, it could be, yeah. Could be from a different language. I haven't really inquired about it, really. I just always assumed the animal, but now that you mention it. What brings you around these parts here? I ain't seen you before. Do I recognize the face? I'm
History
assuming
check.
no, but I will stare a little bit harder into that face and see if it reminds me of someone. $13.
Can't place it.
Perfect.
Where do you come from?
Well, I don't come from these parts here. I traveled here from Casino, and before that I don't know what it was called. I just have unknowns.
You don't remember?
I don't.
Nothing?
Not really memories. It's just more of a knowing. Like I know at one point I was in a place outside on a hill with many animals around me and someone special. But I don't remember what we called this place. I do know that I'm a god, so I assume wherever I came from, it's where the gods originated.
She looks over into the corner where Glenn is sitting just creepily. Looks back to you.
He's a good man. It's Brother Glenn. Someday he'll be Papa Glenn.
You are starting to gain worshippers.
Starting to feel more like my real self.
That is bad.
Well, I like helping people, so I don't know why it would be bad.
Then that is not your real self.
What do you, I mean, I assume you've heard about me. Many people have, but what exactly have you heard?
I have not heard many things, but I know. I know. You were meant to stay forgotten.
That's a bit harsh and awkward, but
Deserved.
that's a pretty strong word there, deserved. I don't know. Well, all I know is you're right, I am gaining people, and I'm doing what I can to help people, and starting to feel like, I assume it's myself, I feel like, starting to feel more like, feeling like I'm supposed to feel. I know that doesn't make sense. It's kind of strange coming out of my mouth. That sounds strange, but these people down here have helped open my eyes a little bit. I can say that I've changed since I came out of that, well, since I met this group.
Came out of what?
Yeah, so my last memory before encountering these folks was, they said I was in a gem, and it shattered.
I am the first to realize. The other 6 will know soon. Tread lightly. We will not have a repeat of last time.
I'll do my best, and appreciate your words, even though they're kind of unsettling in a way, but it is nice to know that I wasn't completely forgotten.
As they exhale, you see them float and move away from you in an astral-like state all the way to the door where they pass by and then disappear.
Hey, Glenn. Sorry to disturb you and wake you.
Were you done with your godly meeting or whatever that was going on? You were kind of just like talking to yourself.
Oh, you didn't? Yeah. Well, speaking of, there was something I was going to ask you about that. So, right now, you just only heard my voice, or you heard the other person as well?
Joey. He was just talking to himself, right? Just
As
talking.
far as you know, yeah. You didn't
Yeah.
hear anything else, just him.
Yeah, you were just, I thought, you were just doing your, like, some kind of spiritual meeting with somebody or...
Yeah. So my question for you is this. I know that sometimes you've mentioned a couple times in passing that you hear things. Is it just a cackle, or do you hear voices as well?
Yeah, I mean, I guess sometimes it talks to me, but it's mainly just a cackle. I try not to listen to it too much, just tune it out.
Gotcha.
I mean, what, are you telling me I should focus on that or something?
Oh, I don't know. I just was thinking about, all this weird stuff, people digging in each other's minds. How do we know it's not someone just sending a message? How do we know it's not someone that's got an earring listening to our thoughts? And how do we really know where those voices come from? I mean, heck, you could be an illusion and just, you're not. But you could be just an illusion and someone else speaking in my head, and I think it's you. Just things to ponder before we go to sleep. Do me a favor, let me know if those voices start speaking to you in a way that makes sense or not.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I think we'll be on the same boat together, see if we can figure out what's going on.
And I do think that we're closer on our path. I think Home is not too far away.
It's great to hear, Monkey. We'll just keep spreading the good word and making sure you get back up there.
Sounds good. Help people. All right. Your alarm's still set up, right, by the door?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Have a good night.
All right. And then, yeah. Go to his corner. Just continue watching over Monkey.
Now, back over to the main estate. Katarine, you wanted to do something. You're muted.
You're muted, and it's scary.
Sorry. I was just saying, just something a little mention in the morning.
Oh, in the morning. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh, by the way, I was going to reply in the whispers, but for some reason I can't whisper people right now. I don't know why.
That's weird.
Roll 20.
Okay. Yeah. Woo!
Thank God for
Totally
Discord.
alive. Yep.
So,
So-
in the morning, you all wake up in your individual places. Reese, you're also one of those half sleepers, right?
I didn't go home that night. I went to Asmodeus Church.
Ooh.
So,
To sleep?
yeah. Because
Okay.
I realized we're going to the hell, so I would have spent the night praying that Asmodeus welcomes us opposed to throwing us out. So, since he is the one that sits upon the obsidian throne.
That is true. So, in the morning, Bart, remarkably, you get to sleep in. You don't get disturbed. You don't get woken up. You still have to wake up at dawn. But that's like an hour and a half later than you usually wake up. As you're stepping out of your room, you look down the hall as at the exact same time, Kat is getting out of Gavriel's room.
Huh.
There's just a look down the hallway and just like closing the door and just like she's just gonna turn and go back to her room.
Really? With the help? Have you no shame?
The help.
I
Not
think
as-
the old man's there just lurking like he was.
Oh, he's sipping that tea, watching.
She's just like, at least I got some. Coulter said no to you, so
No, it's fine. I'll let that slide. You're clearly vulnerable this morning. I'm just gonna let this one sit and percolate.
Time for the perk.
well, I appreciate that.
Just so you know, it's going to make it even harder when I kill him.
You wasn't there.
Depends how testing he is in the hells.
I've asked him not to go.
That was a good idea. I might have found it a little too tempting.
So at this point, Kat, you're outside of your door, and
Mhm.
Gavriel opens up his door. Samdi, of course, you are aware of this conversation happening outside your door. Gavriel looks down the hall at you. But late morning for exercise, but I am famished. Ready for some food? And he goes down the hall.
You hear mad cackling from the pond. Just outside the mansion, in the pond, you just hear just the deepest bellow he's ever had.
just having a blast.
My question is, why stop being in my pond?
He's a gator.
He likes it in the water.
He likes the water, bro. Don't judge him.
Flourishing.
You like
Watch
sleeping in
box.
churches. Like, they like sleeping at forges. You know? Some people don't
That
like
makes sense.
beds.
I just like dark corners.
Some
I don't
just
ha-
floats.
If somebody ever gets a waterbed, he'll be fine. It's just He likes floating.
True.
I can get that done.
Ooh, I don't know about you, but I have appetite of horse.
It's about the only thing you have of a horse, but okay.
You're right. I run fast too. And he goes downstairs.
I said that's about the only thing. But you feel free to mishear me, Gavin.
Samdi just
Remind
gets
me
up.
never to leave you alone in a room with a golden retriever, because apparently that's your type. And he'll just walk to breakfast.
You hear Samdi squelch his way over. Just
Oh. Funnily enough, cat makes the same noise.
shut up. Okay, we've run the gambit. We've
Like,
run the
we're-
gambit.
Oh.
I was like, we're done. We're done.
I did not need that.
So, the old.
Samdi walks in.
Yep. You see Gavriel shirtless heading over to the dining hall. He is wearing pants.
I didn't imagine when you said shirtless, he had nothing.
I mean,
Maybe socks.
just one.
Samdi
Anyways.
kind of just walks over. He prestidigitates himself into a neat amount of dry.
Still a little moist. Kat, as you get to the end of the hallway, the old man looks over at you, sipping his tea, and hands you your own saucer. Good evening.
Good morning.
Oh, I was referring to last night.
No, actually, Kat, there's one thing you might... Hang on. And he'll just, like, poke Kat's neck, put one point of lay on hands. You have a bruise.
Cat,
Gabriel might need more help than me.
He's not getting any lay on hands.
Cat, if you must know, I will not be making comments.
I appreciate that, Samdi. Thank you.
I will.
Mostly because my comments are not needed.
I'll
You
leave
already
you
have
kids
way-
alone in my house for just one night.
The disrespect. You should know better.
I know.
That poor man has to clean those sheets while we are gone.
Like hell I do. Gavriel will do it.
I prestidigitated them. They're clean.
Ugh.
That helps with the soil.
Ugh.
They're clean of dirt. They are not clean of the sins.
You need holy water for that shit. So,
Samdi is just smiling this entire time. Just every time somebody says something or thinks something, like a quip, he just looks at them.
Bart, as you sit down at the table for your breakfast, Gavriel scoots to be directly across from you and starts sharing food onto your plate the entire time.
What are you doing?
Well, you still have to bulk up. You don't know what type of food they have down there, so you want to fill up before you get there.
I see Kat had that idea.
He tilts his head. Ah, she's already eaten, and I was preparing a creme brulee.
Bart gets a firebolt to the side of the head.
Oh.
0 damage. It's not even PvP.
Mhm.
It's just.
Literally
just
doesn't
attitude.
even react, just
Doesn't
Oh
even
no,
move his
my
head.
fork is warm. Just. The old man sits directly across from you, Samdi, smiling the entire time he's sipping his tea.
This is great.
It really is.
Gabriel,
Da.
you and I have never been very aligned.
What do you mean?
In literally every meaningful way. But we do have one primary thing in common, and that is a great sense of duty towards protecting the princess.
Not, of course. He immediately turns bright red.
Just let it be known.
Protection is very necessary.
So I have heard. Just let it be known that not only is she my charge and my ward, she is one of my closest friends. And if I find out that you hurt her feelings,
Oh,
I will break you.
I would never do anything to ever hurt her.
I'm aware that you think that now, but just let it be known. I have done terrible things to people for far less.
Oh, do not worry. I would be more than happy to turn any man's entrails into extrails if they tried to hurt her. He smiles and puts his hand on top of yours.
I have
You're
been
alike in this manner.
For the love of God.
Perfect timing, Monkey. Glenn, you show up around now.
Mhm. And then, like, as Gavril's hands are on top of Barnacom's, yeah, perfect.
Yeah. And before we went to sleep, I would have casted Good Berry to get a
Perfect.
handful for the next day. And then Glenn and I pop a Good Berry on their way to.
Hold on to it. I don't need to eat.
That's right.
So,
But hold
Glenn.
on to it. You do what you do. You.
Glenn, as you get inside, because your passive is pretty damn high, Gavriel has a lot of scars on his back that look very fresh. And he seems to be holding Bart's hand.
Oh,
Good
didn't-
morning, comrades! We made breakfast already.
I didn't know you two were. Oh, that's cool. And then you'll just go walk and sit down.
Some D has begun wheezing.
Whew.
As if I needed any more reason to kill you, Gabriel.
I am very sorry, Glenn, but I think today I have to take my, once per month break from exercising to recover.
Guess you and Bart really had that kind of night, huh? No worries.
Oh, Bart, you had a good evening.
Enlightening.
Beautiful. And he'll slap your hand a couple of times and go back to eating.
Where's that cat? I have a task for it.
Con
Sandy
save?
just falls over, laughing his ass off. It's just, no. I am very thankful I didn't spy on one of you yesterday. However, the aftermath was beautiful.
I'm glad you are entertained.
Thank you.
Just gonna look over. Holds up a teacup. Can I?
Oh, absolutely. Here. It's a very nice green tea that I made. Little bit of honey, and he gives you just a squirt of honey.
Don't you fucking dare.
Squirt from what?
A bottle.
A squeezy bottle.
Yeah. He's a rogue. He can squeeze bottles.
Where do you get a squeezy bottle from?
You should ask Monkey. Or Cat.
I refuse to ask the questions. I choose to live in ignorant bliss when it comes to this stuff.
Well, anyways, don't worry about cleaning up. I'll be here while you all go to hell, and when you get back, I'll be around, okay? Me and Boris will hold down the house. Ow! He stands up.
Having trouble sitting down?
It's mostly the bending part, but everything is fine. All of you, the best of luck with your adventures. And he will lean over, pick up your hand, Cat, and kiss the top of it very gingerly.
She'll give it a squeeze before he goes.
adorable.
I believe your father had a word for that. Bestiality.
My father also dead. So
I mean,
What to
the
kill a
wisdom
move?
of the wisdom of the dead should not be disrespected. Sometimes our ancestors have the most enlightening things to tell us.
that's the guy who has a contract with the fiend. I mean, I understand why, when they appreciate why,
You are alive because of that contract.
and I
I have to
appreciate
say,
it.
the terms of it have changed recently.
We'll need to have a talk about that then. But
Probably. You probably don't even want to know.
but as you said, you are my friend, and I want to be able to help you out if I can. That being said, I can still make my own decisions.
I never said you couldn't. I'm still going to mock you for your decisions, but they are yours to make. Besides, it's about time you got some. What's it been, 3 years?
Close to it.
Insight check. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's the truth.
Much longer.
It's so nice to see that we're coming together as a family.
In all honesty, I think this development has been tremendous. It's the first time you've all been here that I didn't wake up early. Thank you for tiring him out.
Very welcome.
And by the way, I want all of the excruciating details in due time.
Whoa, so the
We're not
three of
friends
you?
like that.
The 3 of you? Well, that's you guys are. Wow.
What?
Okay.
I was nothing.
I can't actually picture what in my mind would be worse. That, or having my own tongue ripped out and fed to me through my asshole.
By the ass.
Preferences?
Guess I never asked.
I think I'd rather the tongue. Yeah, and that's true.
I like to think I comedically walked in them and they said in the ass.
What? Tongue in the ass.
All right, so you all have about 30 minutes before you have to be there at dawn to get teleported.
Ah, fuck, I'm gonna have to run.
So this is where things get awkward. Do you remember that deal you owe me, Kat?
Yes.
I hand you the piece of paper and I go, this is what I acquired from you. Please.
And she'll open the piece of paper.
Your firstborn.
Yeah. In the years following, Iverson Levon Spalding hereby states that in the lifetime of the charge, that's you, that says your name, will surrender my firstborn child for its first 20 years for me to raise as I see fit, during which time there will be no contact from the parents whatsoever. And during said timeline, after his 21st birthday, the child is free to return to the mother and father, as well as the mother and father is free to come pick up the child as needed. All full rights will be reinstated to the child after its 21st birthday.
So Gabriel's a full elf, right?
So I wrote this up like earlier this week, not knowing this was gonna happen.
She just
Yeah,
kind of
I
like,
thought you were abstinent.
Reese, I'm sorry, but that is not one that I can fulfill.
Please. Does it go against your morals?
It does, yes.
That was
You're
stated.
welcome to make amendments. That is my statement.
Am I party to this exchange?
I mean, you're all right here.
I didn't make the deal with you. Well, it's a piece of paper.
We don't know what the contents of it unless Katarine decides to tell everybody.
I could not let you have my child for 20 years.
It's only 20 years.
What the?
Yes, and I lived the lifetime of a human.
Right.
You're a wizard. You'll live longer than that.
I'm sorry, did we just go into hag territory here?
When did you? When
What's
did
this
you
talk
have-
about?
Skin, I think.
What's this talk about child?
Yeah. When did you have a child? I didn't know
Might
you had
be.
kids.
I mean, what?
I mean, it's one of the firstborn.
9 moons from now?
Well, we can lower the age if you need. Right. I'll take 10.
It's a no, Reese.
Okay.
Keep in mind when you did propose the contract, you said nothing that goes against her moral or
Mhm.
ethical alignment.
I go, okay. In that case, I'll find something else.
There are plenty of things that I am willing to do that go against normal ethical alignment, but that is a little too personal.
That's what we deal with. But yeah, you're welcome to say no to it, of course. In which case, I'll come up with something else.
Boris first pups.
Horse puffs.
Oh,
Boris
God.
is the best of boys. Giant mastiff dog.
Aw. That
Bork.
would be okay.
Bork.
It's usually so it's gonna be something personal. Just understand, because I did help you get access to that said tool, it does need to be something of equal value to that said tool. So
Of course, that is. I understand the magnitude of the deal that I made,
mhm.
and there was that stipulation.
I know.
And again,
I'm not gonna fight you on it. I understand.
mhm.
So just understand. And then immediately I grab the paper and I tear it up. The deal might then be a lot more inconvenient for you.
As if
Food.
taking my child from me would not be inconvenient.
I mean, it's something you could prep for. You could always just make another one. It's only the
If
first
it was
one.
Gavriel's child, that would be a mercy.
Wait, what about children?
Nothing, you.
Mm-hmm. It's only the first one.
Gabriel, how about you show me how to exercise? As I just take him out of the situation, and I'm going to
Insight
keep a
check.
I'm going to keep a connection with Katarine. So when's the murder planned?
We are going to the hills.
I'm already there.
I was aware of...
I'm already there.
No, I was aware of that. I'm talking about Reese.
That's what I meant. We're going to the hills. He may not make it back.
But if that's the stipulation that you don't want, that's where you say no. You draw the line at. Noted.
Oh, fine.
There will
Right.
likely be more.
Well,
If this is something that
just to quickly interrupt you guys, this is a perfect moment for me because I need to GTFO right now.
Yep. You have a good one.
Later, something.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, guys.
Offer him a wild night with Gavriel for the contract. I don't know which direction Reese swings, how many different directions, but yeah, that's
I think on the note that
The
once
swing of power.
Kat had like said out loud what the contract entailed
Mhm.
about the children, about taking the firstborn child, Glenn would have been like just staring at Reese, like just a blank stare at him, and he's gonna ask after everyone's quiet down and just say, "So, Reese, how often do you do contracts involving taking firstborn children?"
You'd be surprised how often it comes up.
You,
I don't
you
keep
mind,
them.
You mind entailing what do you do with those children in those years that you hold them?
I mean, most of the time I return them.
I'm sorry,
I return them.
but what do you do in the time that you hold them, though?
No, this was a very unique circumstance.
But have you done it before?
I'm not inclined to talk about previous clients' discretions, unfortunately. Call
Well,
it,
you know, you know, Reese, I think you're a pretty cool guy and everything like that, but no one has the right to steal a child's youth away from them.
It's not a stolen. And yes, the youth was something I was aiming towards. It's not stolen, it's given.
No worries.
But-
I'm just saying my piece, Reese. That's all.
Of course, of course.
And he's gonna stop staring and then just back away a little bit.
Yes.
Well, I mean, that is similar to quite a few different contracts that transpire. And, well, let's be honest, if you're the type of person who would make a deal like that, should you deserve children in the first place?
Makes sense. That deal is on the table if you do change your mind.
I have
But I
already
will
said no.
write up another deal for you. We can only go down from there.
Alrighty. Well then, church time, everybody?
Mhm.
Headed to the church.
Alrighty. So, walking around at this hour, the quiet nature of the city streets, the lush drunks inside of the alleyways snoring as best as they can. As you are traveling, those of you with a passive of 17 or higher get an eerie sense that you're being watched.
Damn it, those pastel worshippers.
Are you the only one?
No, I assume that we're
Oh.
always being watched.
Reese, okay.
Yeah, I'm 16. So.
Damn it. One off. Well, you arrive over at the church. As you step inside, you see that the pews have been relocated, spaced out, across the entirety of this very long main room that you enter into. Rossman approaches over towards you all. Good evening. Or morning for you all?
Morning for us, yes.
I still yet to have slept.
I understand.
Do you have everything collected? Your holy water, your knowledge, your contracts, your dealings, last will and testaments, just in case?
I'll
I
leave
do.
everything to Papa. Brother Glenn, I mean.
Let's see. Bandolier with potions, check. Canteen of holy waters, check. Incense and herbs, check. Yeah, I think we're ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
The old man did also make you all a picnic basket full of sandwiches. Very well. So then, let us be off. She brings you over towards the main podium, stopping just shy of it, and instructs you all to hold hands. As you've gathered into a circle to grab onto one another's hands, she pulls out this long silver thread and begins tying them in circles all the way around you all.
I'm on, Cat's on one side of me, Glenn's on the other, to make sure.
All right.
Bart will have Cat's other hand.
Hold on. I don't mind holding on to either some theories. Either one's fine.
Samdi will hold on to Reese and Bart.
Lovely.
Ah, holding on to one heartless reptile and Sandy.
Awesome. That was good.
Not even a tickle out of her.
Sorry, it's spaced out for a minute.
I said, oh, it's you on one side and Sandy on the other. I said, holding on to one heartless reptile and my good friend Sandy.
Alrighty. Well, as you're all clasping hands with one another, the silver thread twines and loops all the way around your arms, connecting over your backs and then around the arms again to create a perfect circle around you. This high priestess moves into the center of the circle and begins scribing the symbol of Asmodeus onto the floor with chalk. As she does so, she looks up towards the ceiling, where all of you see that there's this large cloud beginning to appear and separate, opening up in the middle of it a red sky that has lightning arcing across it. Well, it looks like the individual we are investigating is on Dis. You all would do very well to keep in mind of the spiked mountains. Dispada is not known for listening to individuals when they speak, and is a bit of a warmonger as well.
We should get on famously.
You're also outsiders, so I would be very careful and cautious when dealing with him. Somewhere between the Iron City and the Iron Tower, that is where this individual channeling the circle will be. She steps out of the circle, reaches into her pocket, and pulls out a long devil's horn that has these ivory loops around it all the way up to the tip. As she holds onto this horn, speaking the incantation, she will plane shift all of you away into the second layer of the hells.
Right before we teleport, Glenn is going to say, "What's our way back again?" And then we're going.
It's me.
Blink, it's a me.
Wahoo!
And immediately, as you arrive, the sweltering heat of this plane of existence begins to roll through and over all of you. You notice the sky above your heads, the darkened red state with the arcs of red lightning across it, is perpetually stretching across the landscape. There's an incredible mountain over in the distance that you can see that is laid with spikes all across it, made out of what you can only presume to be iron. Wait. No, not initiative yet. You still have to get used to the place you are at. Actually,
Let me describe it, and then you roll initiative.
as you're looking at this strange foreign landscape to you all, looking at the rope that, or the thread that ties you all together, and you look at Samdi, who's the only one facing opposite all of you, staring. And you rotate your heads. And when you look out there, there is a swarm of these strange looking bat-like creatures with long talons underneath them, almost like chickens would have, stretching out, darkening the sky and moving towards you all very quickly. And when we come back next week, we are going to be rolling initiative to see how it is you're going to escape your first encounter in hell.
Oh boy.
Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you all had a fantastic time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.